What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Smack Talk. Yes, I'm back with the Smack Talk. Not the top five. For this episode, I don't know if there was 5 matches. There could have been 5 matches, but I'm going to briefly talk about these other matches and talk about really the two big stories on this show. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. This is also another of my ways to get the videos to be shorter, since I'm not editing these videos yet, because it would take me forever to edit these videos. But Raw was by and large dominated by two main stories. So we're going to go through the little lower parts. We're going to briefly talk about it, and then we're going to get to the main stories, which kind of, in a way, wielded into each other. So as we know, Bobby Lashley went to challenge Miz for the WWE Championship tonight. There was a thing that had Shane McMahon, Adam Pearce, and Braun Strowman come out during the segment. Braun Strowman pretty much came out and had the biggest hissy fit in the world, because he himself believes that Adam Pearce and Shane McMahon, they're conspiring against him. He has this thing that he's like, well, just because I headbutted Shane McMahon, or I headbutted Adam Pearce, he's out to get me. He suspends me. He doesn't want me to put me in the championship or the elimination chamber, even though I'm a former Universal Champion. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, well, first of all, you headbutted an official. Like, say what you want about Adam Pearce, Scrap Iron Daddy. He's an official, so you shouldn't be putting your hands on him. So yes, you got suspended for headbutting him. And yeah, the chamber was for former WWE champions. You're a Universal Champion. You don't qualify for the match. So what are you complaining about? Shane comes out and pretty much used a lot of big words on Braun Strowman, pretty much said he's dumb and doesn't understand like basic language, but he keeps using all these big words and stuff like that. And he was pretty much talking about, I think he said something about that he was trying to do MBA. He was doing like MBA training or something like that. And he picked up like this thing called the book. And there's one of these things talk about conflict resolutions, like mandatory resolutions, that you have to have that you have to fight your enemy, pretty much fight your enemy or whatever like that, in order to become one or whatever like that, to settle your differences away, to settle your differences and stuff like that. So Braun was like, so you're saying that you're my partner? And then Shane McMahon does he goes like this, he does a little thing that he does a little swirl thing, he goes, no, like, you crazy? Like, no, not me. Relax. No, your partner is actually, and he says, Adam Pearce. And he was like, well, that's a stupid idea. And he was like, well, how about we up the stakes, we make it for the Raw Tag Team titles. And then Braun was like, oh, okay, hold on, we're getting somewhere. And then they had the match. He was like, hey, if Pierce gets in my way, you're going to get these hands, pretty much. And then so they have the tag team match. Shane McMahon's out. Braun Strowman is just murdering Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Well, they're out there by themselves. Normally they're out there with MVP. Obviously he has other things to do. And yeah, they're out there by themselves. Braun is murdering people. He's doing clotheslines. He's double throwing people all over the place. He's clotheslining people out the ring. Just him all by his lonesomeness. And then he has Shelton Benjamin. He puts him in like the power slam. I was like, oh, these guys are about to win the titles. And then after he does it, Shane McMahon like gets on the rope. He was like, hey, tag him in, get. And then Braun is just standing there like, all right, what's going on? He's like, tag him in. He's like, he's gonna win. We got it. Don't worry about it. He's like, whatever. So he tags him in. Scrap Daddy gets in. He's about to cover him for the pin. Shelton rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3. And then they still win the tag team titles. And then Braun is like, and then he doesn't get mad at Adam Pearce because he was like, oh, okay, I get it. Shane McMahon, you're the puppet master. You're the one that's doing all these things. Which he should have figured that out before because his name is Shane McMahon. He's a McMahon. He owns part of WWE. So obviously he was the one that was behind everything. But whatever. So they're probably going to have a match at WrestleMania. So that was a thing that happened. It was there. That was a thing. What else was the thing that happened that was there? Naomi versus Nia Jax. Yup. Yeah. Naomi was about to do, she was getting ready for a match. She's about to walk, and then Nia just stands there, and they like glare at each other. And it was like, hey, we're related. We're like cousins and stuff. Well, your cousin is my husband. Uso. Anyways, so this match didn't happen. This match was like maybe a couple minutes. Nia Jax dominated throughout the whole match, like beating her up, slamming her on the ground. Then we got like a little bit of offense, but boom, Samoan drop. I think she hit her with this like slam, like some choke slam bomb Vader thing. It was kind of fire, and then she just wins, just like that. These are the people who's who's number one contenders for those tag team titles, and just like that, they win. And then later on, there was another thing with the women. Charlotte comes out, and she pretty much was like, yeah, so me and Asuka, we were friends, we were tag team partners. She chose me because, she knows I'm the best. I had her back, and, I let her down with this whole Ric Flair, Lacey Evans garbage. And, I kind of forgot, man, I'm Charlotte Flair. She ain't got no opponent for WrestleMania. I'm Charlotte Flair. I beat her. Remember that time I beat her for the Raw Women's Championship to make that triple threat match when I headlined and I didn't get pinned because I'm Charlotte Flair? Yeah, let's run that back because I'm Charlotte Flair. And then Shayna and Nia come out because she was also like, well, I can't challenge her because, she's not here. Shayna kind of kicked her teeth in. And Nia comes out. She was like, wow, you having a segment talking about yourself. What a shocker. Shayna pretty much talks about how she's the one that, why she's not here because she knocked a tooth out. She doesn't deserve titles. They do. Blah, blah, blah. They have a match. Trash. It was. I don't want to say trash. It wasn't trash, but it was very quick. Charlotte gets a win. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So Charlotte versus Asuka, WrestleMania. The best part with the women is Rhea Ripley's coming soon. That's the thing that happened. Also, that happened on the show. Alexa Bliss, Randy Orton. Randy Orton's about to have like another talk with Kayla Braxton. Alexa Bliss is just standing there looking really creepy. She's doing stuff with it, like the box cube thing. Pretty much putting a spell on Randy Orton, who when the lights turn off, they turn back on, and he's darker, and he's like mask on, mask off, like with the hood, and he's like old when he got the like face mask Randy Orton, but was talking as he was like the Fiend. He pretty much was saying that I'm gonna see you at WrestleMania inside Firefly Funhouse. That was pretty much the gist of what happened. He said all your past is gonna come to haunt you. So Firefly Funhouse, Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. It's gonna be great. and I think he threw up black ooze sludge thing again. Yeah. Also, Twitter, great. Randy Orton's out here having a whole feud. Oh, with Soulja Boy, it's great. I love it. Oh man, Soulja Boy said that wrestling was fake, and T-Bar and Randy Orton was getting on his case, cussing him out. He said, "You think this is fake? Come do what we do. Show you how fake it is." They went back and forth. It was great. Speaking of T-Bar, he was in a 6-man tag match against Lucha House Party and Matt Riddle. It's the Lucha Bros, because of course it is. Yeah, this match was fine. It was what it was. Lucha House Party is great. And Matt Riddle's great. Retribution, they're there. They're doing a thing. Lucha House Party win because, Lucha House Party, Lucha. Matt Riddle's there. And, of course, Ali is berating them again. He's like, oh, you guys suck. Why do I have to do everything myself? Hey, we're not over with this. Matt Riddle, you and me, I'm going to show you guys how it's done, how you beat somebody. And then he has a match with Matt Riddle, who obviously had already had a match. This match was fine. A lot of shenanigans because, Ali said how big and bad he is that he could win the match. He shows them how it's done. And then he gets everybody from Retribution to get all up in this match to distract Matt Riddle for Ali to pick up the win, which obviously was genius. And then he goes back and like, see, all by myself. That's how you win matches. You see what I did? See what you guys did? You failed. You see what I did? Because I'm the best. And they're like, really? Like, dude, shut up. So that's the whole thing. Elias has a match with Damian Priest. I don't know what happened with this match. The match before, or the little talk before it was, of course, Elias, Walk with Elias, huge success. Huge success. It was a good album. It was not bad. Universal Truth was not bad. And Bad Bunny, obviously, star, coming up with the Grammys, nominated for 2 of them. So, you got to stay 24/7 for like a little while. Obviously until after WrestleMania or whatever like that. He said, we got our match, later on. But hey, Bad Bunny, me and you, let's lock it up, man. Let's get in the studio, the booth, me and you. Come on, man. Like, I'm Universal inside the WWE and Universal outside the WWE. We have a song together, popping, big things popping, little things stopping. Like, what's up? And then he was like, oh yeah, I like that. And then he said, yo, no me gusta. And then they was talking, but he pretty much said no me gusta. And Damian Priest was like, yeah, he was like, nah. And then he went out there, he said how bad disrespected him and how everybody be disrespecting him. And then they came out, they had I don't know what's going on. This match was just like headlocks and arm bars and arm bar. It was like the list of Jericho's, like arm bar, like he had 1,004 moves, but like 900 of them was like arm bar. It was crazy. 104 moves and like 95 of them was like arm bar. It was like list number 1, arm bar. 2, the Tiger Driver. 3, arm bar. And he goes, list number 77, line saw. 98, arm bar. And it's like, really, arm bar? That's what his moveset was like. Little distraction as always. Hit the lights. Damian Priest wins. Yeah, that was the thing. Yep. You can see my excitement for the show. But was that it? Is that all we talk about happening? Randy Orton, the stuff, Mitch. Yep. Okay. So yeah, that was all that part of Raw. So now let's get to the only 2 good parts that happened with Raw. Drew McIntyre, he opened the show. Pretty much talked about that he was about to have a match with Sheamus, and that he went into the Elimination Chamber, faced off against 5 very worthy former WWE champions, and he came out victorious. and then he met Bobby Lashley, who beat me up, like really, really tore me up, and then that led to the slime ball Miz cashing in. And guys, I hate to say it, but Miz is WWE champion right now. But he pretty much says he's going to do whatever he has to do to, get the title. Miz comes out, MVP, literal MVP of the show, besides Bobby Lashley. But he comes out, he's like, "Hey man, like, hey, I'm on your side, man." It's like, I don't know what happened. Like, you was a victim, I was a victim. He was like, I didn't ask him to help me, and he just came out there. He beat you up. I just had to do that. I just, I did what I had to do. Mr. Money in the Bank. You know how it goes. He said, now that I did that, now he's coming after me. Like, we gotta stick together. We gotta help. You help me, help you. Like, you're the one that's supposed to be like the first in line for the WWE Championship. Why is he coming just cutting the line? And Drew McIntyre's like, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get out this match. Not happening. Not being a part of it. And then, oh my God, John Morrison is so great. He was like, we could work together, be a team. And then John Morrison said, we could be the three amigos. That was great. I loved it. And you could tell that, like, Drew, I don't know if Drew actually knew he was going to say that. He actually, like, chuckled at that. He was like, that's actually really funny. And then MVP comes out, and he said, he's like, you guys are really just trying to do everything to get out of this. He was like, Drew, I know you out of all people is not trying to, like, you're not falling for this foolishness going on. He was like, I said this before when you offered me to be in the Hurt Business, and I'm saying it now. I don't need anybody's help for me to be WWE champion. And MVP was like, all right, I respect it. You two clowns, you can do whatever you want, but just know that, that's what it was. 9 o'clock, tick-tock, your time is up. That's when you're going to face Bobby Lashley. You got less than an hour, playboy. He leaves. Miz is like, hey, dude, help a brother out. Sheamus comes out. Sheamus is like, he's not going to help you out. He's selfish. He's not going to do it. And if he does, he wouldn't be able to do it because I'm going to knock his teeth in. And then he was like, all right. He's like, all right, fella, let's get it on. And they brawl. They have a brawl. They break apart brawl. This was fantastic. This was 24 minutes. I wish this would have happened at least at Fastlane. But, man, this was great. This was probably Drew's best match in a while. Like, this is up there with, like, his match with AJ Styles, like, match with Dolph Ziggler, like last year. Like, I think this is way better than all his Randy Orton stuff. This is, like, maybe better than the stuff with AJ Styles. Like, yeah, this match was fantastic. They were just, like, beating each other up. This non-stop meat throwing, just beating each other up, throwing each other outside the ring, slamming each other. I think Drew McIntyre did the white noise, which Sheamus moved from, like, the top rope. They got a 2. He tried to do one of his things on the apron, and Sheamus caught him, kneed him dead in the face. Or kneed him in the arm, and then he caught him with the Alabama Slam, which was one of Drew's moves. Oh man, this was great. They do a lot of, and then they do a lot of their stuff. The brogue knee for a 2, future shock DDT. Yeah, this was just really, really hard hitting for like 20 minutes, and Sheamus. This ending was perfect. He was getting to go up for the brogue. As soon as he hit the brogue, he was just like this short. Like, Drew McIntyre just hit him with the Claymore. Just hit him with the Claymore for the win. For the 1, 2, 3 in the win. Like, he was this close to hitting him with the brogue kick, but he just like that Claymore, just a half a second too late for the 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre wins in an amazing battle. I kind of wish it would the feud would have kept going. Like, maybe Drew would have came out and he would have talked about, like, what happened or whatever like that, and he would have did that, and then maybe they would have did the back and forth or whatever, and then Sheamus would have attacked him from behind. It said, "I'm not done with you. You're not getting to the WWE Championship before you get through me." And then they set up a match at Fastlane, and they would have had this match at Fastlane, which would have probably been fantastic. And then they would have had the end, which was fine, but we'll get to that in a second. So, fantastic match. That was literally like the best actual wrestling match of the night. And it started off the whole show. So 9 o'clock hits. Bobby Lashley's out the ring. Miz comes, like he's backstage, and he's like, my stomach. I can't. Oh, bubble guts. And then Adam Pearce is like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I can't. My stomach. Oh, we got to postpone it. I can't. And he's like, dude, like, relax. You're not postponing. And then Bobby Lashley sees this. He gets mad. And then he runs back there, catches him by the throat. He's like, I'm going to beat your eggs. Because Adam Pearce was like, bro, like, unless you want me to pick you up and drag you down there, you're going to have this match. And then Bobby Lashley came in and is like, we're having this title match tonight. I'm going to whip you. And he goes up. Second hour comes. They postponed it. They're about to have the match. Barely even happens because Miz just takes the title and he's out of there. He just Usain Bolt said Kunta Kente. The Roots just out of there. MVP visibly, audibly mad, just screaming BS. Hilarious. So this is what the whole thing was throughout the show. Miz knew that his time that he couldn't beat Bobby Lashley, so he tried every which way to duck and dodge, to say, hey, let's not have the match now, because Miz's whole thing is he doesn't want to be transitional champion, which is kind of funny because they don't really mention transitional champions in WWE like that. He was like, I don't want to be transitional champion. I just want to carry this at least until WrestleMania. Me, you headline WrestleMania. Like, why don't we just do that? And then Bobby Lashley's like, no, I want now. He's like, Then he gets it and he runs away. So technically, Bobby wins by count out. And Bobby goes in the office. He was like, bro, like, what is going on? I want my shot. He was like, you're gonna get your shot. I promise. You will have a title shot at the end of the night. He leaves, gets Adam Pearce. He was like, tell Lashley that he's gonna have this championship match, and if Miz doesn't show up, we're gonna strip him of the title and it's gonna be awarded to Lashley. He says, cool. He goes in there. Then Miz cuts his promo about like he does, that he's really good at. Pretty much said, like, yo, I'm your WWE champion. Like, why does everybody treat me like this? Everybody treats me like I'm some type of joke. It's like I busted my butt for like all these years. Nobody likes me. Nobody ever likes me. He was like, I can be your guy. He was like, I'm not a big muscly guy, but I'm like your main event. I'm must see. I do all the television shows and TV deals and the media and all this stuff. I do all this stuff for you. I can make you money, and you just treat me like a joke. And he was like, yeah, well, match is happening right now. So they have the match. So they're gonna have the match, and they made sure right before the match it's a lumberjack match. So everybody's out there, and Braun Strowman is out there. And early on, Miz gets the title. He tries to swing it at Bobby Lashley to get himself disqualified. Not happening. He's trying to hide his way out to go out. He's like, everybody outside, even the heels, babyface's heels, they're all like, not happening. He gets in there, tries to swing on Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley eats it like finger licking good chicken. And yeah, in the end, Miz tries one more Hail Mary. Bobby Lashley ain't having it. Spear. Everybody knows it's coming. Babyface and heels alike, they're banging on it, ready for it. Hurt Lock applied, shake them up within like 10 seconds. Miz taps out, rings the bell, keeps it in for a little longer, just to let you know he's dominant. Your winner and new WWE champion, Bobby Lashley, Black Power. Raw was an A. I don't care what happened all throughout the show. Raw was an A. Black excellence. Black Lives Matter. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. But for real, it's really, really good that Bobby Lashley has been in. He's been in WWE since 2005. You know, he left. He went to TNA, became the world champion, came back whenever, like some years ago. Always dreamed about wanting to wrestle Brock Lesnar. Dreamed to be a WWE champion. He came in, kind of floundered. I think after WrestleMania some years ago, he did the thing with what's his face, Leo Rush. I think he was Intercontinental Champion with Leo Rush. And Lashley did that whole thing. I think he had a little thing with Finn Balor. I think they traded the IC title back and forth. He had that weird, crazy thing with Sami Zayn. Did the whole married thing with Lana and Rusev. And then MVP comes, says, "Man, you're a monster. Remember back in TNA when we was a thing? Like, we could bring you back to that. Well, like, what are you doing?" And since then, from that point on, man, Bobby Lashley's been phenomenal, fantastic to be United States champion. Dominated for months, like 6-7 months, just dominated, like elevate that title to not even be pinned in this triple threat. And then the 2 weeks later, like he lost it 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks come by, and new WWE champion. Earned nothing but respect to Bobby Lashley. So my original plan after this was, so Sheamus and Drew has this match. Bobby Lashley beats The Miz for the title. Does the thing. I celebrate. Braun Strowman comes in after the match, beats up Bobby Lashley for beating him up last week. He's like, "I want a championship match." And then Miz was like, "Whoa, I just became the champion. I want my match." Triple threat match between the three. Bobby Lashley wins, of course. Then Drew and Sheamus has their match at Fastlane. Drew McIntyre wins, has that same fantastic match. And then Drew, boom, Claymore kicks Bobby Lashley, beats him up. And then that sets up Bobby Lashley versus Drew for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. And then he wins because Bobby Lashley is great and he should have the title for a long, long time. And then after he loses, Drew McIntyre goes back to the bottom. He's like, "I got to earn my way up." And then Brock Lesnar comes in. And then Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, they have their thing that they wanted to have. And then Bobby Lashley still wins because Bobby Lashley is the greatest. And then Bobby Lashley ends up dropping the title back to Drew at like SummerSlam, and then they trade the titles back and forth. That'd be great. But yeah, that's my little mini wish. It's not gonna happen, but that's just my little mini wish. But overall, fantastic show. Well, the two parts of it was fantastic. Everything else was just there. I would probably give Raw. Man, I'd give it. Unfortunately, I give it a B. Like the beginning, like the whole WWE Championship, that whole thing was fantastic. A+ for the Drew McIntyre match with Sheamus. The beginning, the whole chicken heel that Miz was, leading up to the main event for Bobby Lashley to finally get crowned the WWE Championship. All that was fantastic. Just everything in between that was just no bueno. So B is very fair for a show that should have been an A. There was no AJ Styles. There was no Asuka. She's healing her teeth. No New Day. I don't think New Day was on this card either. No Keith Lee still. No Jeff Hardy. But yeah, it was what it was. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.